Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, her boyfriend has a Confederate tattoo.
Wow. Confederate tattoo. Yeah. Yeah, they don't even understand what that flag means in the South. I really think they're desensitized to what that flag means.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think they really get it. Like, I think that they feel the flag represents their culture now, but the flag actually represents their culture before what they are now. Like, you're allowed to be proud of your culture now because we got rid of that, what that flag stood for.
Right, because that flag stands for slavery.
Yes, that's exactly what the flag stands for.
I mean, the war was over slavery.
Yeah, I mean,
That's really...
people will argue it's over states' rights and states' rights to secede from the Union, and the North saying you don't have the right to secede from the Union, yada yada yada. But yes, it's slavery.
But it was over slavery, though.
Yeah, they wanted to secede over slavery.
Over slavery. There was really no other main reason.
Honestly, I don't think the North whooped the South's ass enough. I really think that we didn't punish them enough. They needed more. They needed more punishment.
So you think that everyone from the South should have been locked up?
Not locked up, but abused more. Like, we should have done like a North Korea thing.
A North Korea thing?
You know, where they make them like plant vegetables for 15 years, and like everybody in their family got to plant vegetables. Like, if you steal something in North Korea, you and all your cousins got to go plant cucumbers for like 15 years, right? Hard work. The North should have done that to the South. We'd be like, oh, you like people working for free? All right, well, we're going to see if you want to do this anymore after this. Yeah, that would have stopped slavery forever. You could make slavery legal after that, but once white people are working in the sun in fucking South Carolina, forget it, dude. Forget it. I went to a wedding in South Carolina. My boy Nils just got married on a plantation in South Carolina, and this is in July. I think slavery is an awful maybe the most deplorable act that humans have ever, put on to other humans, right? But in that heat, I get it, okay? Nobody wants to work in that fucking heat in July in South Carolina. It's like, fuck this shit. How the hell do I get someone else to do this fucking work for me? That shit was...
Right, but you could have paid people to do it.
Bro, yes. Just pay them. Like, that was the initial idea. We brought people over here to work for 5 years. I didn't have any part of this. But it was like, you bring white people, black people over here, you work for 5-10 years, then you get your freedom, boom, done. Indentured servitude. That was the initial idea. And then it turned into, oh no, black people, let's just let them do the work. And then, no, now their kids also have to do the work. And, I mean, deplorable.
Pretty fucked up.
We should have punished the South more. I really do feel that way.
So you think the South got off easy?
South got off so easy. Are you kidding? Nothing happened. The only thing that happened is, all right, you guys get to come back in.
Right, and they can no longer have slaves.
Boo-hoo. Like, that's the punishment?
Right, and even then, it took a while for it to kind of sink in.
Think about it. They can no longer have slaves, right? Is the same punishment you give the North. It's not a punishment if both sides get it. Like, your mom doesn't go to your room. I'm going to go to my room. Right? That's not a punishment. Right? There was no punishment for slavery. Literally zero. It goes, you can't have slaves anymore, which you shouldn't have.
Right.
Right?
Because we don't have slaves either.
And we can't. And we're not going to have slaves either. So there's zero punishment for slavery. Think about that. No punishment for slavery. What should we have done? I think we should have flipped it. I think we should have been like, okay, black people get to be the masters, white people, you guys get to be the slave owners.
So you feel at that point that blacks should have had white slaves?
Oh, not necessarily. I mean, for a few years. You know what I mean? Pick some cotton. That's it. I like this eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth kind of shit. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I get the Hammurabi's code or whatever it is. I get it to a certain extent. When people, look, laws are a reflection of society. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, when you look at the Middle East and they got laws like, yo, if you steal something, I'm going to cut your hand off, right?
Yeah.
Think about how fucked up society was in the Middle East for that law to even happen. Think about how often people were stealing shit that they eventually just said, fuck it, dog. If you steal again, I'm cutting your fucking hand off.
Right.
Like, the people who made the laws weren't fucked up. The people are fucked up that they had to make that law.
Well, how do you describe, like, if a woman in the Middle East gets caught with adultery, that she gets stoned to death?
These women out there were hoes.
So you think the Middle Eastern... These women
were fucking, dog. They were fucking. Think about how much the Middle Eastern women were fucking that they were like, listen, put a cape on her, dog. You gotta... Cover up from head to toe. These girls are getting dicked down too much, okay? I'm out here all day working in the sand or whatever the fuck I'm working. My wife's getting fucked by everybody. Cover her up, okay? Cover her up.
If she gets caught cheating on me one more time,
Exactly.
throw some rocks at her.
Listen, I wouldn't say that. Don't throw rocks at her, because then you fuck her up for me. I can't have this bruised up chick. Maybe that's
Well,
fucked
she
up.
gets stoned to death.
Oh, game over.
Yeah, game over.
God, the stoned to death thing is just so, it's just weird. You can kill somebody in such an easier way, and it's so exhausting.
Well, not if there's a group of people.
Yeah, but how many people were there back then?
A lot.
You had little 15 people calling it. You got to bring everybody from the town over.
Right. Well, that's what happens.
So I'm gonna
public stonings.
I'm gonna get on a camel and walk on a camel for 3 miles with my favorite stones and put in a basket.
Maybe the stones were already available once you got there.
I got my stones. I got my nice, you know what I mean?
Smooth.
Limestone. I've been shaving that thing down. I got the grooves already. I'm thinking, let Ahmed's wife cheat, because this stone ready. This stone ready to go.
I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of the idea of Drake. So, no disrespect against Drake.
What do you mean by the idea of Drake? What does that mean?
Meaning that if he has a ghostwriter, he's an idea. He's not meaning that it's a perception created that he's not really writing the lyrics, and it's just like here, let's make this in the factory and put it out.
I'm just on top of my game right now, Vlad, and I'm just getting blessed. I'm booked 4 or 5 times a week, 60, 75K a show, man. I'm winning right now, man, and I'm just steady trying to increase my hustle.